Looking for sick merch? Well, MTGGoldfishMerch.com's got you. With this tee, remind everyone misery is back.
This programming is rated R for rad. This content's only for serial chillers. If my decks or playstyle makes you mad, haters can stay mad and touch grass. Salty Gamers requires accompanying parent or adult. Yo, what's up? This video's been brought to you by Card Kingdom. Bloodbenders, welcome back to Single Scoop. This week, we're gonna once again try to do the forbidden bending, aka the bloodbending. It's too brutal. It's okay. We don't care about that because we're all down for brutal. We're playing a mono blue deck, so we can only be so friendly, and we're gonna do the tempo game plan. We've got Tiger Seal, we've got some obvious inclusions like Hydro Man, Fluid Felon, or whatever its arena counterpart is, but most importantly, whenever you cast a blue spell, Hydro Man gets 1/1, and at the beginning of your end step, untap Hydro Man until your next turn. He becomes a land and gains add a blue. This will give us some ramp, which is really nice, and we've also got a new card in Ty Lee Chi Blocker, 3 mana flash, prowess. Ty Lee enters tap up to one target creature, doesn't untap during his controller's untap step for as long as you control Ty Lee. Now, as somebody who has been playing against a lot of Badger Mole Cubs, removing the land that they earthbend is almost irrelevant, but if you tap it down and lock it down, Ty Lee, Flood Pits, Drowner, these are things that'll make it so that you get to lock down the land of essentially removing it and or other big bodies, just anywhere across the meta. Now, you combine that with Curious Inquiry, which is a 1-mana enchantment. A creature gets 1/1, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, investigate. The investigating will then feed our Tiger Seal into drawing a card every turn. This will then allow us to just untap with a 4/4, swing with Vigilance. That Vigilance is going to be very important because then, well, we talked about bloodbending, so let's get into it. Eluge the Shoreless Sea makes it so that, it's going to be the first instant or sorcery spell you cast each turn, costs a blue less, or 1, to cast for each land you control with the flood counter on it. So with enough flood counters, we get a free Secret of Bloodbending, which is quad blue with water bend 10. You control target opponent during their next combat phase. If this spell's additional cost was paid, you get to control that player during their next turn instead. Now, we're going to see how relevant the water bend clause is because more than likely than not, I don't know if I need to do that if I just want to control you in combat. I think controlling you in combat is more than enough to clear the way for some of our shenanigans. So let's see if we just get to do exactly that. I imagine in reality this will clunk up our hand more often than not, but it's a cute little trick to try in mono blue, and let's see if it works. No 1-drop, but I do have a Ty Lee. I'm going to keep this. I think being able to draw off Quantum Riddler and or tapping something down with... Ooh, the Flood Pits ain't bad. What is that, Opulent Palace? All right, let's see what I can find. I mean, I really want to just hit a land. So, see if I can do that. All right, cool. Hit a land. That feels pretty good. All right, are they just the Sultai Reanimator deck? It looks like they might be. Yeah, okay. So it is 100% the Sultai Reanimator deck. Solid. They hit a land off that. I'm going to pass. Draw 2, then ditch 2. Yeah, you got it, opponent. Have at it. Yeah, that's fine with me. I'm going to go ahead and just play Ty Lee to keep the Town Greeter tapped down. Sick. Now I can go ahead and just hold up my mana, that is. Yeah, I'll swing in. I'll pass. No Cavern of Souls. Cash grab's fine. Tempest Heart will then draw them 2 and then help them discard 2. Oh, wait, they're not going to play anything right now. Overlord of the Baelmerk, sure. That's pretty good. All lands from the opponent. If they're not going to play anything, then I'm going to go ahead and just do this now. Let's smack for 4 and then pass to them. All right, gain a life. This is whenever you cast a spell with trample, yada, yada, yada. How much does this matter to me? Yeah, that's fine. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pass. So far, nothing from the opponent has really got me shaken up here, so I need a land. 1. Just 1. Okay. Can't stop the Dredger's Insight. They're gonna have it. So they definitely are holding on to the 2 costs or 4 costs. Superior Spider-Man. I don't remember the name of it actually, but I know it's Superior Spider-Man. Perfect. Love to see this. Okay. Yes. This gives my creature prowess. Next turn, do I have anything that would matter? All right. This is pretty good for me. So let's go and just get that damage in there. All right. Human. So it'll enter. I get to stifle something, right? Will this resolve? All right, perfect. They'll gain some life back. Cash grab, sure. Oh, I think they're dead. Cool. You know what? I felt bad about doing that to the opponent, so I'll go ahead and let them try again with the Cavero. Then I'll go ahead and just cast onto my Tishana's Tidebinder, and that'll be enough. GG's. This is absolutely terrifying on the draw. As long as they don't have a turn 1 play, though, I should be fine, which they didn't, so perfect. So now I, too, can just Flood Pits them. All right, well, it's duress, so they can get my Inquiry or my Phantom Interference. Up to them. I think you take the Interference here because you don't care about Inquiry. Inquiry, if you have removal, you'll just answer anything. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I mean, it seems kind of weird to care about that card. There it is. That's the one. So they know what I'm doing. Will I do anything this turn? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and play Flood Pits. All right, do they have something for me now? I'm going to go to combat. Great. I'll go ahead and pass. Sure. So they are a control deck. On the brighter side, you know, they discarded the Demolition Field for themselves. Haha. You fool, I have no non-basics except for my Hydro, man. I do want that to resolve, but, you know, what are you going to do? Like, I don't actually have to do too much here. I just got to make them, like, spend their removal. Sure, it's fine. Are we doing the wait and see game? I kind of like it. If they activate the land, that's kind of good for me, right? Oh, there's the demo field. They're ready for Hydro, man. That's absurd. So let me see something. So this is not going to resolve. They'll counter draw 2. That's fine. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just flash this in, make them answer it. Ooh. Right, if they use another removal spell, that's not too bad. All right, I made a clue out of that. That's pretty good. Pass. So they're going to consult stars with Kicker, dig for probably an answer to my Flood Pits Drowner. I do have the 3 steps ahead in my hand. And right as I say that, there's a chance they may have gotten duress. Okay, I'll try to draw a card then. That's another removal spell for my opponent who is all removal spells. That's fine. This is a much bigger clock if I can draw extra cards. See it, opponent. What do you got? I was hoping they'd try to animate the Flood Pits or the Restless Reef so I could do something to them, but do I care about anything right now? No, not really. I'm going to just go ahead and flash in the Flood Pits Drowner. I know you have your dragons, so... so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. Another land kind of dead. Ran kind of dead there, so I'll pass. What do you got for me? Caustic. Sure. All right. That looks pretty good to me. They've answered all my creatures. I mean, they could just play their 6-drop dragon and smack me. That'd teach me a lesson. Okay, well, I have to counter that. I'll throw away the Beastbinder. Beastbinder doesn't look like it's going to do much for me here. All right. Let's see if they pop that demo field. Yeah, I'll try. Let's try to pump the belly on here. And I got to play around their counterspell or their board wipe. Now, I imagine some amount of these cards will probably get answered. The main thing I care about is probably their my Hydro Man more than anything, because that gets around their sweeper. Sure. Pop off. Can't stop that. So now if they cast their sweeper, I'm okay. Believe it or not, hold on. I think I have 3/6. I could make a copy and counter, which I like. To just give me another Tidebinder, that's pretty good. Oh, now they definitely have to sweep the board. I mean, I have 7 mana. I can pay the 4 if they have their counterspell, so I'm going to just go ahead and counter Deadly Cover-Up. All right, call it a day. That's really good there. Ooh, that felt good to win. I'm going to keep... I've got the Storm Chaser's talent into the Bellion here. Dude, I can kind of seriously do some work this upcoming turn, actually. Unless they're a Llanowar Elf deck. Come on. Trade. Aw, man. Okay. So I've ramped as... You know, I've somewhat got a Llanowar Elf myself here with good old Bellion. Thank you very much. Not bad. What can I do here other than play the Badger Mole Cub? That's a 2/2. Sure. I'll bounce this one back. Have at it. All right. It's as I thought. Okay. How hosed am I here? So they spend 2. That's 2, 4, 6 mana. But not the end of the world, because I can then force them into attacking me. Okay. Okay, yeah. So that land's tapped. You got it. Okay. Tyvar. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe they gift a card here or something like that. That's okay with me. Thank you. All right, I may be able to control them too much now, but that's fine. Too much control right now. Tap an untapped creature. I think I've got to do this. All right, no attacks. We'll hang back. Let's see what they do. I only control them in combat, so nothing prior to that. Boroid. All right, so I only control them in combat. And then in response, I want to tap here. Now I block. Okay, can I do anything else? Okay. So in I go. Thanks to them having Tyvar, I might actually be able to tap them out entirely. Right, like that's pretty good for me here. I think I could actually win this. Because now that they have Tyvar, I'm just going to keep making them tap all their stuff down. They can have as big of a board as they want. And I guess at any point, I guess if they play it after combat, that's how they'll save themselves here. Unless they, for some weird reason, play into this Tyvar. That's weird. I don't know why you would do that. All right, sure. Weird. All right, thank you. I mean, I think they could have won if they just didn't play anything and then went to combat. But I'll take it. We're going to go ahead and go full control. Tap this down. Full control. Tap that down. Tap here. And then, of course, tap the opponent's other thingy-mabobber. This will then tap the whole board down. We love to see that. Yo, that is awesome that you have such a giant board, opponent. All right, sick. And then now I just got to cast one more spell, which I have. And let's just do one more for funsies. And that should close the game. Oh, my God. All right. can I get something to pop off with Tiger Seal? Oh, I think I have to answer this card immediately, don't I? If they just play Badger Mole Cub, that taps, that makes a mana. Yeah, I may as well wait. Spyglass Siren, sure. Tap an untapped permanent you control. They can do whatever they want. All right, I'm going to try to force them to use some counter spells or something like that. Perfect. I'll go ahead and pass to the opponent here. Flood Pit Drowner is going to feel pretty good if I can pick off, I don't know, some key spell of theirs. All right, opponent, have fun. I'm going to try to Flood Pit Drowner. Let's tap down Gene Pollinator. Sick. I do think I need to deploy Tiger Seal right now. Do I have an out here? I can go ahead, tap. Yeah, okay, I'll just pass. Right? I don't think I need to do much of anything right now other than just hang back. Now, if they have their own Flood Pit Drowner, that's like fine, but, you know. Paw Patch Recruit is absolutely disgusting. Now, this is whenever it becomes target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, right? Just gotta make sure. Ooh, that Ouroboros looking good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and bounce my Flood Pit Drowner back. Pass to them. They're free to do whatever they'd like now. Paw Patch Recruiter again. Okay. I guess I'll just go ahead and counter the Offspring while I can. Makes it so they don't have anything else there. That's fine with me. Oh, they had the Innkeeper's talent the whole time. That's really good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and send my Boomerang Tactics back. Let's go ahead and just get some damage in while I can. And if the opponent doesn't make any major moves, I guess I just hang back and hold up the Tidebinder, right? Yeah. Llanowar Elf, sure. Yeah, so they'll just smack me for 4, I assume. Pop off, opponent. Do your thing. Do I have to actually target something, or can I just play a body? No, I think I have to target something. That's so funny. All right, that ended up working out for me. All right, sure. Flood Pits Drowner themselves. All right, so I think I'm dead. For the fact that they just play Ouroboros, that's enough, right? 11, 12. If I block 2, I'm down to 3. I have to double block here, so sure. Do I have to target something? I think I do, so that's going to set off every one of these Paw Patch recruits, so good game. I don't have a turn 1, but I do have what I like seeing in a Bellion the Parched, and that's kind of like ramp. So, as long as they don't have a turn 1 play... All right, perfect. So we go Bellion. Are they a red deck? No. Okay. This looks like it could also just be the Sultai Reanimator deck. All right. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll deal 3 while I can. And so now the Flood Pits Drowner kind of doesn't really get any value, which is nice, because Bellion automatically untaps on their turn, then untaps on mine. Am I seeing anything else from this opponent? You gotta have something for me, opponent. Sure. Yeah, you got it. I guess I could double block here. But I also do not care if they Kaido, because if they Kaido, I just Tidebinder them. All right, so this should lock up the game almost. Cool. So now they've kind of just spent their whole turn. I don't want to give them an island, so I'll just turn mine into a silly guy card. I'll pass. So now I've got Eluge out, so they have to actually answer this. Can I counterspell this? No. Oh, wait, yes. Oh, no. No, I can't. I needed more mana. So if they use that 1 mana... Oh, that's so perfect here. Good game. All right. So I'll go ahead and tap down the Cecil. GG's. Hydro Man. I am going to try this hand. This hand looks actually really good. If I start off with Tiger Seal, maybe it forces a little more removal out of my opponent. I don't know. We'll find out. Because right now I don't really have anything to back it up except for this one-off Quantum Riddler. But Curious Inquiry and things like that will lead to a party. And that I do like. All right, blue-green from my opponent. All right, so it looks like they may have something here for me. I'm going to go ahead and play Azure Beastbinder, just because I have a strong feeling they are holding on to a bounce spell. Okay, bounce off. Perfect. Glad we didn't bother doing too much there. I might lead off here with a Storm Chasers. I don't know. I mean, having the Azure Beastbinder is kind of nice early. So I think I might go Beastbinder. It's Kona. Okay, I know what I need to do now. All right. Looks like I've got a little something extra from the opponent. Cool. So bounce off again. Fine with me. They don't want me attacking with Azure Beastbinder, right? But that seems weird, all things considered, because they already have their land, and Kona doesn't need much to go off. Oh, that's huge. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just play Spyglass Siren. How many, like, anti-aggro pieces could you truly have, right? Yes. So they'll bounce my Tiger Seal. Perfect. Love that. Looks like the answer is yes, they have a lot of anti-aggro nonsense, which rightfully so because of this meta. So we are going to go with probably Tiger Seal next turn. Rebuild, get things going again. All right, they hit a land. Perfect. And I go. Pass. Raging Dragonstorm. Perfect. So now I can just hang back, play maybe like another... If I draw a land, I can play Beastbinder. Combat. We play the Beastbinder and then we pass. I mean, if their game plan is sit, durdle, wait for a long time so they could drop Kona with protection, at least right now, I've got them on the back foot. They've got to do stuff right away. Okay. I'll go ahead and just counter Kona here. Oh, that's so sick. You know what? I'll just go ahead and play Quantum Riddler. And I'll go ahead and turn the Kona into a vanilla 2/2 pass. Okay, no Cavern, thankfully. We've double locked down the Kona. So they have to actually play something that isn't a Kona. Alright, Thrumming Hive Pool. What? Cards I did not expect to see. Thrumming Hive Pool. So they revealed the dragon. So I guess the difference is what? Like, if I just auto pay, I mean, that seems great. Perfect. Drew a card. I'll go ahead and now cast the Storm Chaser's Talent. And that's what I'm asking for. Thank you. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, check out this video where I use my Scornful Striker and, of course, her loving boyfriend. And we go ahead and play Group Slug, but in Standard.